And this time, we'll bring to you a shocking news whereby some bad political elements tried to overthrow the current transitional president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, with a sum of 5 billion sefa. Yesterday, these guys were exposed trying to bribe the Burkina army with a sum of 5 billion sefa. Immediately, this evil element contacted the Burkina armies who were expected to carry out that evil act. But of course, because patriotism is the order of the day in Burkina Faso today, they immediately contacted their superior. And having done that, the superior told them, come on, you guys should play along with them. Right? Now, on November 8th, precisely, these evil politicians came in with nothing less than 10 briefcases filled with this money to the brim. 5 billion sefa, they came with it. They came in to give those guys at their meeting point, and immediately they got apprehended. And today, those guys have been caught by the claws of patriotic armies. I mean, look at it. Just look at it. 5 billion sefa. Why? So that their own selfish interests will continue to be propagated, so that they can continue to swallow and loot away the meager resources of the Burkina people. I mean, these are how evil and unpatriotic elements can go just to ensure that an economy does not work, right? 5 billion sefa. Imagine what that 5 billion sefa can do if they hand over that money to Ibrahim Traore to build roads, schools, and of course, even buy more military hardware. But because of their selfish interests, they will do everything possible to ensure that Burkina Faso remain in that, terrible state, so that they can always continue to just loot and loot and loot and loot. But again, patriotism is one thing that Brian Traore has been able to imbibe in all the Burkina armies, and it is working for him.
Revelations on an attempted destabilization in Burkina Faso. 5 billion CFA francs seized. An individual was arrested on Friday, November 8, 2024, in Ouagadougou, while handing over 5 billion CFA francs in cash to soldiers who had posed as allies in his coup plot. This staggering sum was intended to fund a destabilization scheme. The soldiers, cooperating with law enforcement, went along with the instigator's plan, leading to his capture. The suspect was finally apprehended yesterday with suitcases packed with banknotes, a scene resembling a suspenseful film. The case has all the intrigue of a fictional thriller, highlighting how far some individuals will go to fuel chaos in pursuit of self-serving agendas. Days before, the suspect had contacted soldiers, presenting them with an attractive offer, a significant payoff in exchange for assisting in actions to destabilize the country. The soldiers immediately reported the scheme to their superiors and were instructed to play along with the plot. On November 8th, the suspect, confident his scheme would proceed smoothly, brought the promised funds and intended to finalize the deal. Several large suitcases filled with banknotes were delivered, totaling an astonishing 5 billion CFA francs. However, upon the transfer, the instigator was confronted with the reality. He had walked into a trap. The money has since been placed in the treasury, pending further investigation into its origins. This incident sheds light on the ongoing threat posed by those who seek to destabilize Burkina Faso, including militants who prey on the country's honest citizens and resources. President Ibrahim Traore, condemning coup plot. Today, I stand before you, compelled by recent events to reaffirm our commitment to the stability and security of our nation. We live in times where vigilance, integrity, and unity have never been more essential. Just days ago, a grave attempt to destabilize Burkina Faso was averted thanks to the brave actions of our loyal soldiers and law enforcement. On November 8th, 2024, an individual was apprehended while handing over a staggering 5 billion CFA francs to soldiers, money intended to fund actions aimed at weakening our country. This man believed he could manipulate and corrupt our defenses by tempting our soldiers with financial gain. However, he underestimated the integrity of our forces and the strength of our resolve. Today, I come before you not only to condemn this act, but to assure each of you that this government, your government, stands unwavering against any effort to undermine our unity, peace, and future. To the citizens of Burkina Faso, let me be absolutely clear. We will not tolerate actions that seek to destroy our progress, destabilize our society, or endanger our citizens. It was a betrayal of every man, woman, and child in this country. To scheme for personal power at the cost of national stability is a cruel form of treachery, a breach of our trust, and an insult to the sacrifices our people have made. Imagine the consequences had these plans been successful. Imagine the fear, the loss, and the chaos such an act would have unleashed on our families, our communities, and our dreams for a better Burkina Faso. The damage would not have been to one individual or institution. It would have been an assault on the very foundation of our nation, on the legacy we build for future generations. I want to commend the soldiers who, upon realizing this individual's intentions, acted with true honor and loyalty. They reported the scheme to their superiors, and by following instructions to play along with the plan, they allowed law enforcement to secure this individual and the evidence of his betrayal. Their actions, their loyalty, and their commitment to Burkina Faso serve as a shining example to us all. Consider what 5 billion CFA francs represents. This is not just a number. It is the potential to improve lives, fund education, build infrastructure, provide health care, and drive economic growth. This money could have supported our communities, alleviated poverty, and provided new opportunities for our youth. Instead, it was amassed with the intent to destroy, to erode the peace that we have worked so hard to maintain. A destabilized Burkina Faso would mean fewer jobs, fewer schools, fewer hospitals, and fewer opportunities. A destabilized Burkina Faso would mean unrest, insecurity, and despair. Every effort to weaken our society is an effort to rob us of our future. This 5 billion CFA francs, now safely in our treasury, will instead serve the very people it was intended to harm. Let this sum be a symbol of what could have been lost and of our unbreakable commitment to progress. This recent incident is a stark reminder that the threats against Burkina Faso come from many directions. Throughout history, we have seen individuals and groups attempt to undermine our sovereignty and exploit our resources for selfish, often foreign, interests. These acts of destabilization are designed to weaken us, to sow seeds of division, and to turn on one another. They are an attack on our identity, on our pride, and on our dreams for a united and prosperous Burkina Faso. In moments like these, we must remember that Burkina Faso's strength lies in its people. When we stand together, we are stronger than any force that seeks to divide us. Our unity, our resilience, and our shared dedication to a brighter future are what make us unbreakable.